So, what comes to mind when you think about chatbot? It's probably like, oh, I love it, really. So, I know it's definitely love and hate relationship, more hate than love. But for me, it's a love relationship, and I'm here with something very interesting today, and that's Power Virtual Agent from Microsoft. And let's try out my sample board, which I'm really excited to share with you. So, it's Trip Planner. So, let's play around with the trip plan and see how it works. So let's send hi, and this gives you that kind of view about virtual agent kind of vibes. So what is my name? It's Tolani, and what can I help you with today? So I'm gonna say I want to ask a question first, and let's see. Let me ask it. Are you a Scottish business? And it does give me a bit of very interesting information. So if you're kind of wondering, this is definitely a Skyscanner FAQs reading out here. So don't go away. Stay with me. There's more from where that came from. Okay, so let's drill down into Power Virtual Agent. My agent is called Trip Planner, and you can always look at the other menus down here. This button or this menu, it gives you option around your bots, the type of your bots, and you can create a new bot from here. You want to have a look at settings, so you can change a few of the look and feel. So I can change this into dark mode. I'm gonna take it back to what it was before. So all that kind of information here. So you can delete a bot, you can export or import a bot. Transfer to agents is very important if you're going on an enterprise scale. So system fallback is kind of a fallback topic or intent where none of the other ones I've matched, and there's a fallback. Let's say, rather than saying I don't understand what you mean, you can change that to something else. Let's have a look at the other sessions as well. You have the one for Office 365. You can change the way the team looks like. I can change it to this. So you can change the password, content preference. So let's have a look at this one. If you're looking for information about documentation, blogs, all of that sort, you can feel free to entertain yourself here. This is where you can actually sign out if you wanted to sign out from this. I would say let's drill down into sort of the home page. So what you see from the home page, this can be toggled off and toggled back on as well. So you could always hide your bot here, hide your bot, and you can show your bot as well. So easy peasy. So the other right panel, what you have here is they're like, say 5 boxes if you wanted to say that. So one is about suggesting topics. So suggesting topics is an interesting one because you can suggest topics from online content. Let's say a website where you have FAQs. If you remember from what I showed you earlier on, I was actually picking up the FAQs from a website. So you can put on that link here, and this would automatically provide you all suggested topics. So you can see that I have 57 which I've put off from Skyscanner. So you could have as much as as you want. Really, you have this choice to test your bot. It's all about the testing your bot here, and you have other options to publish your bot. You can look at some of the videos. If you're very full on videos, you might find this very resourceful. Then you can always support the community. So let's talk about topics. So from the canvas here, there's a toggle button. So you can actually toggle this on just to track between topics. And that just means every time we test the bot, on the right hand side would see the authoring canvas. You can actually create a new topic from here. Let's say discount. Trigger phrases is just how this topic will be triggered by your users. So And towards the right hand side, you can go into your authoring canvas, and that just the authoring canvas allows you to provide like steps for whatever should happen when this trigger phrases has been hit. Refresh, and we can go in as hi. I'll provide a different name this time. Just bear in mind that because we've toggled this on, or we've turned this on, you can actually see the authoring canvas going step by step. So what is your name? So I'm gonna say my name is Natasha because I like the name. And this reply is congratulations, you've been awarded a 25% discount. Again, as you can see, there's one thing to mention. Power Virtual Agent uses natural language understanding, NLP as well, to expand some of these your trigger phrases. So and there are other suggestions here. For you to make this active, all you just need to do is move these to existing topics. It does take a few seconds. Then once it's in existing topics, it doesn't automatically become active. So I have to toggle this on. What I think of when I think of entities, I think of real life subjects, something like emails, age, date. There's so many kind of entities that exist in life, and some of these are already pre-built in Power Virtual Agent, as you can see here. And you can also have like custom build as well. You go to new entity. Since we're talking about trip planner, I'm going to talk about flight type as a new entity. And similarly, I can have synonyms as well. So for one stop, I can call this one stop like this. Save and close this. So we can test this in our test bot. And this is asking me about my departure date. So I'm going to put the December December 21st. And you can see because it's an entity, there's a lot of questions here that's asking me if it's the 21st of the 12th, 2020, or 21st of the 12th, 2021. So this is somewhat how this works. So going on from here, if you look at the right hand side for the pre-built one, so this is able to recognize next Friday. Let's say if you put something like next Saturday, Friday, some of that sort, it would recognize that. And it's also able to recognize if you put the structure as 5 p.m. today, and if your date, it looks like this as well. So analytics is a very beautiful part of the Power Virtual Agent. So it's a way for you to measure your KPIs. So you can see on here from the dashboard, in total, I've had 16 sessions for almost a week, and I've had 75% engagement rate. I've had, 42 resolution rate, all of that sort. So this is looking great. And in terms of customer satisfaction, I can always drill down on this when I look at customer satisfaction, and I can see that I'm 3.7 over 5%, over 5. That's my score. So I'm probably not doing too bad. So there are all that details you can drill down into. You can look at your sessions for downloads, especially if you need to analyze further, and you can look at the billing as well. Because we've made changes to this bot, you can always publish from here. So I can publish the latest content. So you get an error if there's any problems here. So, but now that it looks good and it's coming up with green, it shows that it's all published, and it becomes available to users immediately as well. So another thing is to optimize your bot. So some of all these links here, they're already kind of the menus. If you go into details from here, you can see the name of your agent. You can change it from here as well. It's editable. You can change your icon as well. obviously you don't want to use this test bot as your interface. You probably want to put this on your app like Facebook, Slack, or your mobile app as well. So you can always, use the connections for all these channels. And you can always do like emails, there's quite a few channels here that the Power Virtual Agent support. Going on to security, there's just quite some things you can do here. So you can always provide authentication. So I at the moment I'm on no authentication, but you can use authentication for Teams, and you can use for other channels, especially if you're using OAuth tool. You can always share your bot. You can provide access. You can share your bot from here with other people as well, and you can always provide access. And again, this is quite related to the authentication you've chosen. So there are a lot of other things that you can do, like you can have secret and tokens for more interoperability. So skills is something I haven't really explored myself, but from what I've read, it's a way for you to build more complex bots, like more complex scenarios, and you can always just add it as a skill. If you're quite familiar with, let's say, Alexa, skill is something that's quite popular there as well. So you build more skill to put in more information into Alexa. And last but not the least, you have AI capabilities. It's still quite basic at the moment because this is all preview, and you can see some of these capabilities in other tabs as well. This is quite a basic kind of walkthrough, but I'm planning to do more videos where I actually show you like some of the implementations here. So especially because what you think is not really like a rule-based chatbot, you can have more complexity, and that's the word. You can have more complexity by using Power Automate to do more things for you, using APIs, using questions, decisions, putting all that sort of conditions and ending conversation like live agent and all of that jazz. So if you want to see more of that, I would say look forward to the next video. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the jiffy.